After 12 long years, finally redemption for Mohammad Azharuddin. The courts have ruled that the ban against him has been found to be illegal. This when the Andhra High Court today provided massive relief to the former Indian captain. It said that the ban that had been put by the BCCI was done without adequate evidence and without giving Azharuddin the chance to explain himself. In 2000, after the sensational Hansi Cronje disclosures, Azharuddin was banned for life by the BCCI after a government-appointed inquiry commission found evidence of match fixing against him. Azhar had vehemently denied all charges and had taken the legal route to clear his name and honor. And after 12 years, finally, Mohammad Azharuddin has a satisfied look on his face. He's joining me on center stage this evening. Welcome, Azhar. It's been a very painful decade for you as you've carried the charge of match fixing, of being a fixer. Finally, the court saying that the ban against you was illegal. You must be hugely relieved.
Yeah, I'm very happy. I'm very relieved. At the same time, when I knew that when the ban was put on me, it was right from the first day. It was not legally done. It was done in a hush up manner, and then that's why I had to go to the court and get the relief. So I'm very happy that the verdict has come today. It's taken almost 12 years now, close to 10 years, 12 years, but I'm happy. Sometimes things take time, in India,
but your critics are saying, Azhar, that the relief that you have got is on technical grounds. The court says that the BCCI didn't give you an adequate opportunity to represent your side of the story. So it isn't as if they're saying that you didn't fix matches. The court is essentially saying that the ban was placed in an illegal fashion.
No, naturally the ban was placed because of all those match fixing charges and all. So that's why the court said that when they have not given me a chance, and when the court has taken into consideration everything they've heard from different people. I think they heard from their lawyers also. I think basically it was the ban. Basically, the board put a ban on him because of match fixing. So that's why the court has given a verdict saying that whatever they have done, it was done illegally, and so there is no way.
There is this article in one of the leading news magazines which quoted an article which is supposed to be in your own handwriting, where you apparently admitted that you'd taken a certain amount of money.
No, I have not seen all those things, and I actually, Rahul, to be very honest, the verdict has come today. I'm very happy. I really do not want to dwell on the past, because I'm a very happy and relieved man. So whatever has happened, the court has taken everything into consideration, to be very blatantly very honest, and then that's how the verdict has come. They've taken into all aspects of all the things which is gone on in that year. In
the 2000. BCCI is saying that they might take you to court. They may challenge this in the Supreme Court. That is part of what they are considering. Are you concerned that this could drag on in the courts further?
Well, I think it is their to be their prerogative, because since they can go to court, but we'll have to wait and see. Because I have not seen the full this thing order. So most probably I'll be seeing tomorrow, because I just got the call from my lawyer in the afternoon that this was done. So when I get the order tomorrow, we'll read it also, and then we'll see what happens in future.
And your conscience is completely clear.
I'm clear, because I played the game of cricket with utmost dignity and grace, and I've always put the team more higher than on my personal achievement. Because if you have seen me, then if I had played looking into my personal performances, and I don't think I would have achieved so much as a captain or as a player also.
Do you have any regrets, things that you would have liked to do differently?
Actually, I don't have any regrets, to be very honest. But I feel that when I was playing well, when I played my 99 Test match, I was I was supremely fit. I must not be saying about myself, but I was almost competing. Almost at par with the younger boys of the team. So maybe I could have played another couple of years, but that's not what it was meant to be.
Because you got stuck on 99
well,
Test
that's
matches.
Right. That's right. Because that's destiny. I just take it as my destiny, my luck. So I have no regrets, and I do not like to or want to blame anybody for this, because I think whatever has happened has been 12 long years. I just want to just forget whatever has happened, and then I want to carry on from here and give whatever I have I've achieved or learned from this glorious game I want to give it back to the.
How do you intend to do that? What do you intend to do now that your name has been cleared? What do you intend to do?
Well, I want to get into some coaching or anything, like maybe open an academy or help younger players, But if I can get an opportunity from the board also, I mean, I'm willing to do that, or from anybody.
Are you prepared to make friends once again with the board that labelled you a fixer?
I've always been friends with the board. I don't know why people. I've never had anything against the board. I mean, this was a ban thing, because I had to clear my name. That's why I went to the court. If you have seen in my statement, I've never criticized or never said anything against anybody. I mean, leave alone the board, because I think the board, I mean, the country which I represent and the board which runs the cricket, I mean, I have utmost and high regard for them.
So you hope to probably join the BCCI one day because you're a politician, and several politicians find it much easier to join the board, and given the fact that you're a politician and a cricketer, you'll find it much easier than the others.
But for a cricketer and politician, I think it is tough. But
like
for
Kirti
a politician,
Azad.
it's very easy.
Kirti Azad.
Yeah, Kirti Azad is finding it very tough. But hopefully, I mean, if something comes up from the board, I mean, I'm willing to do that.
So you're saying you're willing to join the board. Do you have any ideas about how things should run differently from the way they are currently?
Well, I think when I get a chance, then I would be doing something different.
Like what?
Like something different, like give different flavor to the players, teach them differently. I mean, whatever I've learned, I've experienced, or what I've gone through in different games, how I've approached a game, one game to another game. So, these are things, I've learned from experience. So, this is what I want to teach the players, because sometimes the players, I feel they get stuck in the same time because they play the game the same way as they have been taught. But when the situation is not very conducive to your style of playing, when you need to change at times.
Also, what about match fixing itself and the scourge of match fixing, especially with the IPL being considered a prime target for match fixers? What are your ideas to be able to do away with the menace of match fixing?
Well, I don't know, I mean, how the board or the ICC or the ACU, as they call, they function. I really don't know, because I have no clue how they function. But I don't know what is going to happen in the next IPL.
Let me ask you a question. As somebody who's played the game, studied the issue of match fixing for long, been part of this unseemly controversy, how rampant is match fixing?
I really don't know what match fixing, how it can be done. I really have no clue, to be very honest. I mean, people talk about match fixing. There are so many players who have been banned or been put behind bars. So we really don't know what exactly is happening, because I mean, there are some players, who are really very, very talented, so they should not be.
No, but internationally, do you think match fixing is a common practice, or do you think it doesn't happen at all and all these stories are making?
As far as I know, I mean, I don't know how match fixing happens, so really I won't be able to say.
What about spot fixing? And there was a big sting operation which reflected players caught on camera admitting that they were prepared to indulge in spot fixing.
Well, that is wrong, whatever has happened, if they have said it on camera, or if there was a sting or something happened, that is wrong. But there are some young players who have done it. So, I mean, I'm sure all the other players are learning from what.
Do you think it's players who come from relatively humble backgrounds with not much money, that they're the ones who are more likely to fall prey to fixers? It happened in Pakistan. And that's what Shoaib Akhtar told me, that if you come from a good middle class background, you're used to a certain sort of upbringing, and when you come from a very moderate, very limited, very humble sort of background, then suddenly the glamour, the girls, the money tends to get to you.
Well, I really don't know. I mean, that was Shoaib's point of view, but I don't think anybody would want to do that, something like that. And how it happens or where it happens, I have really no idea, to be very honest.
So, do you intend to celebrate this court verdict?
No, I mean, I'm very happy. I'm very happy for my parents also, my son also, because my parents were always worried. I mean, they're very happy today. So,
you've spoken to them?
Yeah, I spoke to them.
What did they tell you?
They're very happy. They're relieved, because they always worry about me. They've always been worried all the time. So, I mean, I'm happy for them, because this thing has come up now.
Well, you've carried the albatross of match fixing for 12 years. And now finally the court said the ban was illegal. This is a big moment for you.
No, I'm very happy. It's a very big moment. I'm very happy and very relieved that this thing is behind me now. I want to do something for the betterment of the game and help young players.
For joining me on the show tonight and sharing your thoughts, Mohammad Azharuddin, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Big day for you tonight. Thank you very much for joining me. Appreciate it.